What's up? Been thinking about some things, been going through some developments, and a lot of things is going on for intensity that's really going to work out for everybody. But I want to talk about growth, and when you really say you want to grow, do you really mean it? Because when there's growth in your life, you have to embrace all parts of it, the good and the bad. And when you grow, you have to look at the people around you. But I challenge you to spend time with yourself, because most people don't really know who they are. They just know who their circle is, and they kind of mimic who they're around. So at the end of the day, you don't really know who you are. Then when you start finding out who you are, you find out that some people that you hang around aren't the people for you. And then you got to kind of isolate yourself and find out who you are first, and then find the people that you want to be around that's going to help you grow. Like, say if you want to be a CEO, well, hanging around people from McDonald's aren't really going to get you to a CEO position, because most people who, and there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. I'm not going to say that, because people have a managerial mindset, they want to be more. But if you're hanging around people, your future 5 years is judged by the 5 people you're hanging around. And when you're hanging around people, you want to hang around people who are kind of better than you. You want to be the weakest person in your circle, because that's who you want to strive to be more. And when you grow, it challenges you to find out who you are. If you have a commitment when it comes to fitness, you find out who you are really quick in those challenges. Say if you say, listen, I'm everybody who comes in is always excited. That's the easiest part, to be excited in the beginning. But when you find out it actually takes work, that's when you find out if you really want this commitment that you set for yourself. And then there's growth. People always ask me, how long will it take to get to this goal? I say, as long as it's supposed to take. Some people it may take 2 months. Some people it may take 6 months. Some people it may take a year. It's all about you and what you learn through that process. But it's not the end result that's the best. It's what you learn through that process to get to that end result. And when you find out who you are and what you get from it, because that's the person who you have to become to get what you want to get, if you understand what I'm saying. So say if you are finding out the people that are around you really won't help you grow, well, I think it's time to separate yourself from those people. And people might say, well, you think you're better than me, or you think you're high and mighty. You can't really listen to that, because you have to create an invisible vortex around yourself, like a force field of growth around you. And if you find yourself stepping outside of that to make somebody else feel comfortable, then that means that person wasn't for you, and they're going to hold you back. If you speak things to a person about health and fitness and they always laugh at you, you got to stay strong to your point until they either get on board or they exit that way. But you can't step outside your zone of growth in order to please another person. The first thing you have to realize is you are here for yourself. You come in this world by yourself and you leave by yourself. And you're only responsible for the people that you bring here: spouse, kids, and that's it. Okay? Besides that, you are not responsible for anybody else. So you got to understand, if people are upset at you because of your growth, who cares? You're going to grow. You're going to get even better people to be around, and you will be a better person at the end of the day. And when you're a better person, you're a better person for those people that you're responsible for. Okay? So say if I'm going through growth right now, and I'm finding out people that I used to hang around or be around are on that level as me. Not saying I'm at a higher level, I'm just saying we're just going different directions. But I still hang around those people. Do you think that I'm going to grow? Or do you think I'm really embracing my growth? Or do you think I'm really just trying to fit in? Because you got to get to a point where you don't really care about if you fit in with anybody. You will eventually find your circle, your herd of people who are just like you, who want to do more with their life. And if you hang around people who talk negative, who talk about nothing that's relevant, who talk about TV shows and things that really don't have substance, and I'm not saying that doesn't have substance, but I'm saying if you want more, you got to turn that television off. You got to find out who you are. Because if you are in your house by yourself and you have to turn the TV on or you have to be on Facebook, that means that you really can't stand yourself in some things. You don't know who you are. And I challenge you to turn that TV off, to not watch Power today, okay? To not watch Empire today, and to find out who you are. If you say you struggle with vocabulary, then read a dictionary and get it better. If you say you struggle with fitness, then challenge yourself and go to the gym. Or challenge yourself to write down a goal, or to prep your meals, and to do the small things in order to get to the big things. Everybody sees the end result of people who grow, the CEOs, the people who are in fitness, people who are in sports, but nobody sees what goes down under the lights when nobody's watching, the repetition it takes, the consistency it takes. Nobody sees that, but that's the part what you really find out who you are, okay? Once you find out who you are, then you will grow. But the process that it takes to grow is when you really find out if you really meant what you said when you committed to that goal. So I challenge you in your life to grow, because as human beings, we're the only species on the planet Earth that has a choice whether you grow or whether you don't. Animals, they do the best they can do every single day. They have no limit, they just do it. Trees, they grow as tall as they possibly can with no limit. We're the only things on this earth that have a choice to see how far we're going to go. I challenge you to be exactly what you were created for and grow from it. Grow. Everybody have a great day. Do something that will challenge you tomorrow, and do one new thing every single day until you are good at it.